Hello guys, so today I'm going to show you how to be sub 15 on a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. The first one is a cube you should use. The best cubes in the market now are the Walk 3 and the Moy Long GTS version 2. Now let's go into solving the cube. Personally, I use the C4 method, and C stands for the cross, F for F12, O for OLL and P for PLL. Now let's go into depth in study of each part. This one is a cross, guys. You must be able to solve the cross within 2 seconds. You should not take more than 2 seconds to solve the cross. For example, if you have a condition like this thing is solved, and this also has to be solved quickly. So we can do like this. Bring this down, pair them up like this, and now I solve the cross within 10 moves. And you should remember that you should not take more than 10 moves to solve the cross. The maximum is 9. Now let's do some example solves for the cross. There is a white blue here, so I will just bring this here like this, and this one, and now we have the blue here. This thing, the cross is solved. Cross condition. This looks pretty easy. So for this one, I'll first bring this down, 1 move, then bring this here, 2 move, 3, 4, and then insert this thing and do the down 2. That's it. Part in CFOP is the F12. The F12 is the most important part in solving the Rubik's Cube. You must be able to solve the F12 within 7 seconds. You should not take more than that. Like some tips for becoming faster in F12 is learn some algorithm for the odd case. Like suppose we have a condition like this, and we take a lot of time doing some initiative things. So I do some alg like this, so we can solve it within 1 second. And the next step is look ahead, and I have made a separate video for becoming faster in F12, and personally I can solve the F12 within 7 seconds. The important part is the OLL. You must be able to solve the OLL within 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds. You should not take more than that. For this condition I do like this. Look, it was very fast, and you should be very fast with the OLL, and it is very necessary to learn the full OLL. There are 57 OLLs, and you should learn all the OLLs. It took 1 month for me to learn. I learned 2 OLLs per day, and it took almost 1 month. So guys, learn the full OLL to be sub 15. Next part is a PLL. PLL stands for permitting the last layer. And for this condition I have to do like this. That is, you must be able to solve the PLL within 1 second or 1.5 seconds. You should not go beyond that. For my favorite PLL is a J-perm and then the T-perm. They are the easiest ones. And some people do some sort of thing like the zeroing, and I don't like the zeroing personally. Like if you have a condition like this, they do first and instead of doing the PLL, what they do is show you guys. They do the this PLL, and then they do the T-perm. So it takes a lot of time. So I personally learned the full PLL, and it took me about 3 weeks to learn the full one. So it's very necessary to learn the full PLL.